Welcome back. It looks like it's shaping up to be another strong week for the stock market.
Yeah, with us this morning, we got Scott Bauer, CEO of Prosper Trading Academy and a frequent contributor to Business First AM that you see here on Fox 17. So, Scott, hot times, though, for the stock market. It may not be very hot outside, but a good week for that.
It is so far, and things are looking, I would say, cautiously optimistic overall right now. The S&P is within a whisker of all-time highs. The other indices are following suit. The small caps, the Russell maybe is lagging a little bit, but right now I would say it's cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, what do you think is causing propelling the market right now, really?
Well, like I said, there's a lot of optimism about the new administration. Yesterday's big announcement about the AI infrastructure package, with $500 billion coming into the U.S. and a lot of those major companies, the NVIDIAs of the world, other, semis and tech stocks of the world, just a lot of optimism behind that. The growth looks good here, but I would say that, all of this is with some caution because there's some unknowns.
All right, we might have just lost you, but we'll try to ask you one more question. Do you think Americans should be bracing for higher prices, though, as the president is talking about more tariffs coming in February?
Absolutely. There's no question about it. If those tariffs do hit, that is going to raise prices. It is going to raise inflation. And that's something that the market is going to be fighting. That's probably the biggest impediment right now to really looking ahead and saying, boy, this is going to be another gangbuster year. Because if those prices start to rise and if we start to get inflation rising, what's going to happen is interest rates are also going to tick up. The current reductions that the Fed has put into place, lowering rates, that's going to stop. And if rates start to really rise again and the focus is really on that 10-year rate, that could be a problem for people.
All right, glad we still have you okay, because we've got one more question for you.
Sure.
About something that you talked about this week on Business First AM. Of course, you can watch that right here on Fox 17 right before our morning show. But the new crypto coins out by President Trump and Melania Trump, how exactly do those work?
Well, they don't. I mean, it's really nothing different than a collectible, a baseball card or a stamp or, any other kind of collectible. There is no intrinsic value to these coins whatsoever. They don't have a use case to them, like some of the other coins, like a Bitcoin or, some of the other coins that we know about. So really you have to treat this as a collectible. And listen, it's all about sentiment. It's all about supply and demand. If someone wants to pay $80 a coin for it, they're going to do it. But again, there's no usefulness to it other than something that could, theoretically sit on your shelf and you could look at it all day long.
All right. Any stocks that we should be talking about or looking at this morning?
The continuation of the semis and the AI related stocks are absolutely going to be in focus, at least for the next several days, based on this big announcement that came out the other day. So stocks like NVIDIA, Microsoft, you can look at an index, actually, which is called the SMH, which is the Semiconductor Index. So if someone wanted to say, I want to look at the industry as a whole, rather than taking a look at an individual stock, that's a real good place to take a look at.
All right. We appreciate all of your insight here and expertise, Scott. Thanks for joining us. And of course, you can watch Scott and the rest of the crew on Business First AM, where they're covering all things money, everything we need to know about the stock market. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.